I want to say these words again. And again, if you just joined me, go to our website, voiceofresistance.com, and you can watch both of these episodes. And if this is of interest to you, do your own research. Research the Battle of Lepanto, both battles at Vienna in 1529 and at 1683. Research the fall of Constantinople and what happened to the Christians there. Look at the ruins of Ephesus, of Colossia. Look and read what happened to the Greeks in the 400-year occupation and what it took for them to be free from the heel of Islam. And that's why I say we need to have the appropriate responses. We should look at what happened with horror and with grief at the loss. We should have rage. Oh, Randall, you shouldn't have rage. Oh, yes, we should. Read 1 Samuel chapter 11. When Saul heard what was happening to his fellow Christians his fellow Jews at Jabesh Gilead, the Bible says that the Spirit of God came upon him and he became angry. It says he was filled with rage. When the apostles tried to keep the babies and the children away from Jesus, the Bible says Jesus was indignant. He was enraged. There is a time for holy, righteous anger. And when you look at what happened with the fall of Constantinople, if you're not angry, something is wrong. And I'm going to touch on this, and then I'll finish up with Turkey and NATO. One of the problems that we have, if you live in a city like in Guatemala or Costa Rica, and there's a huge garbage dump where there's a lot of people that come for their food, okay? I've been to Guatemala City, and I've seen the 2,000 people living in cardboard that are literally living at the dump to get food. And when I went there, the smells, the sounds, it was horrifying. I was filled with horror and grief and compassion. The problem we're facing now is like somebody who lives alongside of it. If you lived right there, it'd be really easy over time to just get callous to it. You just get used to the smells, you get used to the sound, you kind of block it out. And that's what's happened to us because we're inundated from all over the world with images of dead bodies, of things getting blown up, people being blown up. And you know what? I just want to do fantasy football. I just want my latest song. I want iTunes. We've gotten calloused and we don't have the appropriate reactions anymore. The horror, the grief, the anger, the compassion, the fear. If you lived at the time of the fall of Constantinople and you lived in Greece, and then you heard that Constantinople, the mother city, the city from which your protection came, and you heard that that city fell, you were filled with dread because you knew it was coming. Turkey is in NATO. In 1952, they were brought into the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Look again at this map. They're on the south side of the Black Sea. They're to the south and to the west of Russia, and we needed them. We wanted them. In fact, the Cuban Missile Crisis, we were taught early on that, well, President Kennedy worked it all out. He cut a deal. You don't put nukes in Cuba, and we'll take our nukes out of Turkey. We had nuclear missiles in Turkey. And that was the deal that Kennedy cut so that the Russians would not put nuclear weapons in Cuba. These things matter, people. Turkey shot down a Russian jet when the Russian jet was trying to bomb ISIS because Turkey's affinity is closer with ISIS than it is with us in the Christian nations. And the leader of Turkey, the current leader of Turkey, speaks of the time of the Byzantine Empire as being a dark time in history until the Muslims came and liberated it. That's what we're dealing with, people. That's why this history matters. It affects us.